What's up, guys? Welcome to Touchdown Talk, where everything and anything football goes. I'm your host, Jason. And as you can see by the title, this is our NFC North season prediction video, where we'll be going through each and every team, going week by week, and giving my prediction for every game. If you didn't check out my NFC East and West videos, go check out those. The link will be in the description. Now, the Detroit Lions, let's start with them because they got the most hype this offseason. And let's start with week 1, where they faced the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, as much as I think the Lions are going to give the Chiefs a run for it, I think the Chiefs get the win and the Lions start out 0-1. But I can see the Lions winning this game, even though it is in Arrowhead. Now, week 2, they face the Seahawks. I think they win that game. Week 3, they face the Atlanta Falcons, and I think they get the win. Weeks 4 and 5, they face the Packers and Panthers, and I feel like they win both of those games. Then they end up facing the Buccaneers in Tampa and the Ravens in Baltimore, and I feel like they win both of those games as well. And they face the Raiders, and I think they win that game, starting their year at 7-1 going into their bye week. And then coming out of their bye week, that's when they get their second loss, and that's against another AFC West team, and that being the Chargers. They then face the Bears and Packers, and I think they beat the Bears but lose to the Packers. Following that, they face the Saints in New Orleans. They get the win in that game. They face the Bears in Chicago. They split the series, so they lose that second game against the Bears. Then they end up facing the Broncos at home. They win that game. They face the Vikings in Minnesota, lose that game, but end the year with 2 wins against the Cowboys and Vikings. Now, as you can see, they end the year at 10-7, with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Malcolm Rodriguez being their breakout stars. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears, who made an insane trade for DJ Moore and a ton of picks by just giving the Panthers number 1, where they selected Bryce Young. Now, week 1, they face the Packers, and I think they start the year 1-0. Week 2, the Bucks, don't like what the Bucks are this year, so they win that game as well, starting out 2-0. They lose to the Chiefs in Arrowhead, but rattle off 4 straight wins against the Broncos, Commanders, Vikings, and Raiders. They face the Chargers in LA in week 8, and they lose that game. A great start for the Bears, starting out 6-2. And then they have a little back and forth where they beat the Saints and the Panthers, but then lose to the Lions and Vikings going into their bye week, week 13. Coming out of their bye week, they win 4 straight games against the Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns, Arizona Cardinals, and Atlanta Falcons, but lose week 18 to the Packers in Lambeau. Their breakout stars are Khalil Herbert and Tremaine Edmonds with a 10-7 record. Next up are the Minnesota Vikings, where they start the year in Tampa Bay, facing the Buccaneers, where they win their first game. Then they face the Eagles and Chargers, where they lose both of those games back-to-back, but they bounce back with a win against the Panthers. Now, weeks 5 through 8, they face the Chiefs, Bears, Niners, and Packers, and I think they lose all 4 of those games with a little struggle to start the year. They then face the Falcons, Saints, Broncos, and Bears, and they win 4 straight to have a great bounce back after the 4 losses. Week 13, they get their bye week, and they come out with a win over the Raiders. They followed up with a loss to the Bengals, 2 wins back-to-back against the Lions and Packers, and lose their last game of the year to the Lions in Detroit, bringing their record to 10-7, with their breakout stars being rookie Jordan Addison and Marcus Davenport on the defensive side. Now, the last team in that division lost their franchise guy Aaron Rodgers and have to rebuild now with Jordan Love, Christian Watson, and Romeo Doubs, all young guys at the helm at the offense. Now, the Packers are going to struggle to start the year, losing 4 straight games to the Bears, Falcons, Saints, and Lions, but get their first win in week 5 against the Raiders on a Monday night. They go into their bye week in week 6 and come out with a loss to the Broncos. They bounce back strong with wins over the Vikings and Rams, and then they lose 2 straight to the Steelers and the Chargers. A pretty off and on season with the Packers, but they bounce back with a win on Thursday night against the Lions, but then end up losing 2 straight to the Chiefs and the Giants. They bounce back from that with a win against the Bucs, but fall right back off with losses to the Panthers and the Vikings. They end the season with a win over the Bears, bringing their total to a 7-10 record, with Romeo Doubs and Devontae Wyatt being the breakout candidates. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go check out my other videos where I did the NFC East, West, and now the North. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I will see you guys next time.